We are here with Magic Man at the Varsity Theater in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yes,
welcome, guys. Thanks for taking the time to sit down with us.
Of course.
Alex and Sam, you guys have been friends since preschool.
That's right. We go way back.
I had other friends in preschool.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You're
We had cooler friends. We only had each other.
Okay.
That's not true. Maybe sort of true.
So, were you guys just like building blocks one day and you're like, yo, let's just be buds?
Let's just start a band right now.
You're right there.
Start
Right
in
there.
this ball pit.
How did we play back in the day? What did we play blocks?
I remember my friend Jeff Goldstein brought me under the play structure and said, in my mind, he said, there's someone I'd like you to meet, but he definitely didn't say that since he was 4 or 5. But he introduced me to Alex, who was terrifying because he had a very
Early growth
closely...
spurt.
Yeah, he had an early growth spurt, and he had
Big
a
guy.
very closely shaved head. Sort of like a, aggressive look for...
And wasn't he sitting on another child when you met?
I can neither confirm or deny.
Garth.
No, he was sitting on Garth, our friend Garth.
Shout out to Garth Brody. Hope you're doing.
Hope you're doing better now that Alex isn't sitting on you anymore.
Yeah, we grew up together. We've been playing music together since we were kids. We picked the same guitar teachers, so...
Okay. You just followed each other's footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
You went on. Okay.
Just
Cool.
afraid he was going to crush
I heard. I'm sorry. I heard that Sam made Alex take guitar lessons so he could solo while Alex did like the rhythm guitar. Is this true?
It's inaccurate. Alex actually started taking guitar lessons first.
Sam was like, this is so much cooler than oboe. I want to play guitar.
I was like, Mom and Dad, can I take guitar lessons? And they said you have to pick. We can only afford one set of musical lessons, so you have to pick between the oboe and the electric guitar. It was a hard
Rock
decision.
and roll.
Was it hard?
No,
So you started with the oboe?
badly, but yes.
Was that something you chose?
Yeah, although I don't think there was any reason.
No reason.
Well, shaped like your bod.
That's nice.
Extremely large.
Nice. Okay. So
Something read like head.
aside from music, did you guys do any sports in high school or any other?
We were on the same soccer team a few times growing up. I was the captain of the cross-country ski team.
Really?
That was very bad.
Wait, were you
I was
actually in middle school?
In high
or
school.
In high
It's
school?
because we started the team and I was just the oldest one on. So they're like, you be captain. I'm like, I'm not very good.
And your sister was on the team, and she was a star, right?
She was at North. She was at the other high school. Sam was always good at everything that he tried.
No longer.
Really? Natural talent.
Yeah, a lot of natural talent. That's one.
How about you guys?
Sports?
What about us?
Sports, anything. What did you enjoy doing in your younger years?
Soccer.
I was born as a teen.
As a teenager.
Joey was a BMX kid.
I was a BMX kid.
Oh yeah.
That's my bike.
Oh,
That was my bike.
That's my bike.
Great.
Gabe was a child star.
That was my hobby. I was a child. I've been pretty much only playing music since I was very, very small.
And
And then I also did a lot of acting when I was younger. And then I got bored of that because I wasn't very good. And then I decided to stick with the music thing.
You got to meet Bill Cosby twice.
Really?
I was. Thanks, Alex.
Story.
So when I was 5, I was on Kids Say the Darndest Things with Bill Cosby.
Really? That's
I
awesome.
played guitar and I sang some songs that I had written.
Give us some song names. What are they called?
The two that I played on the show were called Blue Lagoon and Worse. Another song I wrote was Worse. Another. The video's on YouTube if anyone's curious. It's kind of a funny video.
How many views does it have?
It has a lot of views.
You know exactly how many views
It's
it
like
has.
110,000.
He checks it every morning. It's fine.
Yeah, I check it every 6 hours. But so that happened, and it was really exciting. And then just this past summer, when we were on tour in San Francisco, we were at a restaurant before our show at the Independent there, and Bill Cosby walked into the restaurant with his wife, and I was certain I would never get to interact with him again. But I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Cosby, I don't want to disturb your dinner, but I was on Kids Say the Darndest Things with you, and I was really young, whatever." I don't think he really understood what was going on. I had the picture like ready to show him. Justine came with me, and he mostly asked her questions about what she did in the band.
He wasn't questioning my validity. He was just trying to engage.
Yeah.
I mean,
What is she doing? No, she was just like, what are you? Anyway, it was a great moment.
Got another pick.
Got another pick.
It's a beautiful,
Beautiful.
happy circle.
So
Got like 200 some Facebook likes. So
that's awesome. That's,
yeah, thanks,
that's
man.
really. You know you're living when you got 200 Facebook.
That was the moment I knew I was alive.
Yeah. So was there ever a point in your childhood as you're growing up where you were like, that was my moment, like there won't be anything better than
That was probably the biggest fear of my life.
Yeah.
Until I joined this band, is that that was it, and then I peaked at 5.
Yeah. It's kind of it's a joke, but it's also very serious.
Yeah, because that's like a huge thing, and people like that was like still the thing that people ask me about or like talk to me about, and I'm happy that it's not still the only thing that people talk to me about.
Yeah, like
wish my band
Google.
members would stop setting me up for that story.
That's really cool. So I haven't heard much from you though.
About what I did.
What'd you do? Yeah.
Soccer.
Soccer.
A lot of Shakespeare.
Oh.
Miss North Andover.
No. That's such a misnomer. I was the sponsor of Mr. North Andover in a male beauty pageant. I was just his
His victory
accessory.
made you Miss North Andover.
Yes, which means that all 3 of my sisters ended up being, or like all 3 of us ended up being Miss North Andover.
You just were very good at investing in
Yeah.
Miss North Andover's.
Yeah, it's a dynasty.
I like
Dynasty.
that
I'm
word.
just a part of a dynasty.
I like
That's
that
all.
word sponsor. Next time I go on a date, I'll be like, "This is my sponsor."
Yeah, that sounds more like an escort.
Yeah, it kind of does. That's cool. So I know that you guys were in many bands growing up, right? Is it the same for you guys as well, or yeah, fairly. So what do you stay within the same kind of genre as you guys were going, or were you mixing it up with like punk, ska music, hardcore? What were
Joey did it
backgrounds?
all.
Joey's been everywhere.
I don't know.
At 47 years
That's
old.
all I
I
have to
said.
say.
Age 47.
I started as a punk kid. I grew up in the DC punk scene with Discord, Straight Edge, and Minor Threat, Ian Mackay, Fugazi, all that good stuff. And from there, I just went through the process. Like, punk kids turned into indie rock kids turned into emo kids turned into hardcore kids somehow figure it out after that point, and then listen to all sorts of music.
Is there like something on Facebook that's like a picture of that where it's just like a diagram, like indie kid turns into this?
There should be a meme about.
You should make
Well, I
it.
feel like it's
It
a
might
different
get
order,
200
though.
likes.
Yeah, I feel like
Because
Indie
Indie Kid comes after.
emo.
It goes to me. This is how it goes.
See, it's different.
Punk, emo, hardcore, and then the jump to indie. Because people are like, "Well, I've done it all," and then they're like,
I've done it all, man.
No,
Yeah.
that'll
I
make
feel like
Legally.
Bright Eyes was a bridge for a lot of people from emo into like indie folk, and then
Yeah,
from
totally.
folk into
"Totally."
I remember hearing From Autumn to Ashes for the first time.
Oh!
That's my man Joey.
I remember hearing it for the first
as
time.
like I don't know, I was listening to like the Get Up Kids and stuff like that at the time.
Sam and I were in a post-rock band in high school called Airships. We just ripped off Explosions in the Sky songs.
Oh my
That
God!
was
Also,
nice.
those are in the sky. I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So hopefully not exploding
Yeah. Oh.
too soon.
Lord.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
No
I was in
stories.
like a folk pop band.
So this is ultimately, you can say that this genre is fairly new for you guys within the last few years.
The pop thing?
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
Sam and Alex and I all went to the same high school, and I think a lot of our friends, I was a couple years behind them, but a lot of kids in our general scene were playing with pop music a lot, whether it was coming from a folk angle or coming from a more indie angle or whatever. All of us were in bands, or all 3 of us were in bands that were definitely toying with how to write pop songs and learning how to write pop songs.
Okay.
And so this is just kind of the most recent iteration of that, and the newest angle. But certainly there are still kids from Newton, where we're from, that are coming at it from all sorts of new ways.
That's cool.
Trying to stick out.
Yeah, it was a good music scene.
Yeah.
So you said that you went to high school with these two, right?
I-
And sorry.
I just said yes.
Where did you pick up these guys?
So I'm like 3 years younger than these dudes, but so I was like looking up to them when I was a freshman and they were about to graduate, and I was very good friends. My best friend still to this day is our Magic Man's old bassist, little brother.
We
You
used
can
to be
call that.
our drummer as well.
Who's the first drummer in Magic Man? His name is Will. That was confusing. If you write it out, you'll figure it out.
It's sort of a roundabout way of getting there.
Will, my best friend from childhood, used to be the Magic Man drummer.
Okay.
That's a simpler way of putting it. I'm sorry I didn't start with that. And so that's how I kind of came into these dudes, was sort of after high school and everything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's
I got it.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Excellent.
This is why I don't answer interview questions.
Close your eyes.
Justine went to college with me at Tufts, and so I was like, I can't really sing. I need help singing. I need to find friends who can sing the same parts.
Well, let's make sure
with
we
me.
never practice.
Let's never practice. And I'm just like, Justine, you can sing. You got a pretty voice. Join the band. She's like, okay, but I don't know anything about, we've never practiced. And I was like, we gotta show
No, I was
back.
like, I don't know anything about your band. I definitely knew how to play music.
No, that's what I meant. She was
Well, what's music?
No, she was.
Tell me more about this.
Okay, so you said that your best friend, who used to be the drummer of this band, how did
Can I, yeah. Sorry, finish your question.
No, that's all. I just said yeah.
Touche.
You
win.
I don't know. I just don't know what the question is. I'm sorry.
So
what
you
happened
don't-
to Will? Yeah, I guess what happened to Will?
Oh, Will is still at RISD in Rhode Island School of Design. He left to kind of continue doing school when these guys started to get a little more serious. And then Daniel left this past March. His brother, former bass player, now the bass player, he left to continue to pursue his other band, The Novel Ideas, or a country folk outfit from Boston as well.
We needed a drummer, and then Joey was a friend of a friend, and he played in lots of bands that were sort of like closely tied in our web. Neon Gold was the label that found us. Now we're on Columbia.
The story's way better.
But actually, he was brought to us by a stork. The stork, who just dropped him on our doorstep in a little diaper. We had to get him some real man clothes.
He was 44 then, so he was a little younger.
Like I said, I was born a teenager.
When college came, you decided to go to different colleges. Did you? Were you in the same friend group as these guys at the time in high school?
Sort of vaguely. We weren't like
Oh,
hanging out, but we were in the same music.
niche.
Yeah,
Oh,
all the music kids sort of knew each other, and we were all in the same
Okay.
general vicinity.
So did you attend college?
I did. I actually left college. Everyone else in here finished. I left college this past spring to when these guys needed a bass player. I was like, let me do that. So
He was born to perform.
Yeah.
and I was getting a major in perform. That was a completely reasonable major to get. I don't know why. Anyway, I was at Brandeis University outside Boston, and then I left to join this.
So, were you guys looking to get into the same college? I know as being friends for so long, or were you just, nope, we're going to go to different colleges?
I feel like the mindset of everyone at our high school was just sort of like follow your own path. And I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like our parents definitely encouraged us to just find what was right for us. And luckily we weren't that far. We were just a couple hours away, so we could still like play shows, occasionally practice, not really ever.
I mean, at that time, like, we'd been in bands together, like, in high school, but before we started writing the Magic Band stuff, just the summer after our freshman year, we weren't really in any particular
Freshman
serious
year of
band.
college?
Yeah, after freshman year of college. We weren't, Alex and I weren't in any, like, serious bands together, so.
It wasn't that heartbreaking, but because we got the chance to, like, pretty soon after going to college, go on like a big trip and travel with friends during the whole summer and stuff. So
I heard about that. And that's, you guys worked on, was it an organic farm for
yeah,
a summer?
a couple of different organic farms through this program called Woofing. It's actually all over the world, a really cool way to travel because basically for room and board you just work during the day for a bit and get to stay with some real locals.
That's cool. So what kind of farm work did you guys do?
I did a lot of like gardening. One of the places we were staying at had like this medieval gardens with a lot of like pruning and weeding, and actually had to do this whole research project where we had to look up the origins of like all of these old plants and what their like old medicinal purposes were.
It was tricky as we basically had to, for some reason we were trying to taking care of the garden, but also we had this research project and we had to make the little like cards that would be like in the ground, like explaining what each plant was. But like, I mean, Alex speaks French pretty well. I just started taking French, but this was definitely above our pay grade in terms of like all these like old like French plants or like names in French. It's just weird. But
So you said that you spoke French very well.
My mom is French, so I grew up speaking it.
Really?
A bit, yeah.
That's really cool. That had to have been a pretty good thing to have when you're over there, right?
Oh yeah.
The people that you work for.
Definitely. Sam, as I mentioned earlier, picks up things very quickly, including French,
French,
which
yeah.
I was very impressed after like a year of college. He was able to like pretty much understand everything.
We need a sample.
Yes.
Allez.
From Sam. Yeah.
I don't really remember that much of it anymore.
He does speak fluent Chinese as well.
And Japanese. We like to start false rumors, positive rumors about each other. Like
Much
Sam.
better than a negative rumor.
It's much better. It's actually much more fun than negative rumor because when you say like, "Oh, Sam has all these hidden talents," then all the fans are like, "Sam, like speak your language," or like Sam started this rumor that I can actually do a backflip, but I'm like too nervous to on stage because we toured with all these front men who did backflips on stage. And I was always sort of insecure about it. I'm like, I cannot do that.
Also, don't say you're nervous about doing a backflip. You just can't do it.
No, Sam said that I could do
that was
it,
the
but
first
that I
time.
was too
Yeah.
nervous.
I thought you were like I'm just too nervous.
No, I can't at all.
I tell people that Alex has been practicing a lot, but he's like really nervous, and they were like, "Would it help if we encouraged him?" And I was like, "It definitely
Yes,
takes
bring
time."
signs,
That's
cheer
it,
him
I got
on.
it.
So he starts this positive rumor, and then I have to be the one to let everyone down and be like, I can't actually do it. They're like, come on. So I started one that Sam speaks all these languages. They ask him for help for their Chinese homework and stuff.
We'll have to save the jacuzzi story for another time because we are running short here. But once again, thank you guys so much.
You're very good at this, by the way.
Yeah.
You're,
Yeah.
you're probably
This
one
is
of
a
the
great
best
interview.
Really?
interviews that we've ever had because you're going along with what we're saying and not just being like, all right, what is your greatest inspiration?
This is actually my second interview. We did one yesterday.
Second interview ever?
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog, you're nailing it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good thing for you.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Gabe.
I'm Alex.
I'm Justine.
I'm Sam.
I'm Joey.
And we're Magic Man, and this is music in Minnesota.
If you do.
Woo!